When, after a long absence, a man safely returns from afar, his relatives, friends and well-wishers welcome him home on arrival. 220. As kinsmen welcome a dear one on arrival, even so his own good deeds will welcome the doer of good who has gone from this world to the next.
Kodhavagga, anger. 221. One should give up anger, renounce pride, and overcome all fetters. Suffering never befalls him who clings not to mind and body and is detached. 222. He who checks rising anger as a charioteer checks a rolling chariot, him I call a true charioteer. Others only hold the reins.
223. Overcome the angry by non-anger, overcome the wicked by goodness, overcome the miser by generosity, overcome the liar by truth. 224. Speak the truth, yield not to anger, when asked, give even if you only have a little. By these three means can one reach the presence of the gods.
225. Those sages who are inoffensive and ever restrained in body, go to the deathless state, where, having gone, they grieve no more. 226. Those who are ever vigilant, who discipline themselves day and night, and are ever intent upon Nibbana, their defilements fade away.
227. O Achila! Indeed, this is an ancient practice, not one only of today. They blame those who remain silent, they blame those who speak much, they blame those who speak in moderation. There is none in the world who is not blamed. 228. There never was, there never will be, nor is there now, a person who is wholly blamed or wholly praised.
229. But the man whom the wise praise, after observing him day after day, is one of flawless character, wise, and endowed with knowledge and virtue. 230. Who can blame such a one, as worthy as a coin of refined gold? Even the gods praise him, by Brahma, too, is he praised.
231. Let a man guard himself against irritability in bodily action, let him be controlled in deed. Abandoning bodily misconduct, let him practice good conduct in deed. 232. Let a man guard himself against irritability in speech, let him be controlled in speech. Abandoning verbal misconduct, let him practice good conduct in speech.
233. Let a man guard himself against irritability in thought, let him be controlled in mind. Abandoning mental misconduct, let him practice good conduct in thought. 234. The wise are controlled in bodily action, controlled in speech and controlled in thought. They are truly well controlled.
Malavagga, impurity. 235. Like a withered leaf are you now, death's messengers await you. You stand on the eve of your departure, yet you have made no provision for your journey. 236. Make an island for yourself. Strive hard and become wise. Rid of impurities and cleansed of stain, you shall enter the celestial abode of the noble ones.
237. Your life has come to an end now, you are setting forth into the presence of Yama, the king of death. No resting place is there for you on the way, yet you have made no provision for the journey. 238. Make an island unto yourself. Strive hard and become wise. Rid of impurities and cleansed of stain, you shall not come again to birth and decay.
239. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, a wise man should remove his own impurities, as a smith removes his dross from silver. 240. Just as rust arising from iron eats away the base from which it arises, even so, their own deeds lead transgressors to states of woe.
241. Non-repetition is the bane of scriptures, neglect is the bane of a home, slovenliness is the bane of personal appearance, and heedlessness is the bane of a guard. 242. Unchastity is the taint in a woman, niggardliness is the taint in a giver. Taints, indeed, are all evil things, both in this world and the next.
243. A worse taint than these is ignorance, the worst of all taints. Destroy this one taint and become taintless, O monks. 244. Easy is life for the shameless one who is impudent as a crow, is backbiting and forward, arrogant and corrupt.
245. Difficult is life for the modest one who always seeks purity, is detached and unassuming, clean in life, and discerning. 246 to 247. One who destroys life, utters lies, takes what is not given, goes to another man's wife, and is addicted to intoxicating drinks, such a man digs up his own root even in this world.
248. Know this, O good man, evil things are difficult to control. Let not greed and wickedness drag you to protracted misery. 249. People give according to their faith or regard. If one becomes discontented with the food and drink given by others, one does not attain meditative absorption, either by day or by night.
250. But he in who this is fully destroyed, uprooted and extinct, he attains absorption, both by day and by night. 251. There is no fire like lust, there is no grip like hatred, there is no net like delusion, there is no river like craving.
252. Easily seen is the fault of others, but one's own fault is difficult to see. Like chaff one winnows another's faults, but hides one's own, even as a crafty fowler hides behind sham branches. 253. He who seeks another's faults, who is ever censorious, his cankers grow. He is far from destruction of the cankers.
254. There is no track in the sky, and no recluse outside. Mankind delights in worldliness, but the Buddhas are free from worldliness. 255. There is no track in the sky, and no recluse outside. There are no conditioned things that are eternal, and no instability in the Buddhas.
Dhammapada, the just. 256. Not by passing arbitrary judgments does a man become just, a wise man is he who investigates both right and wrong. 257. He who does not judge others arbitrarily, but passes judgment impartially according to the truth, that sagacious man is a guardian of law and is called just.
258. One is not wise because one speaks much. He who is peaceable, friendly and fearless is called wise. 259. A man is not versed in Dhamma because he speaks much. He who, after hearing a little Dhamma, realizes its truth directly and is not heedless of it, is truly versed in the Dhamma.
260. A monk is not an elder because his head is gray. He is but ripe in age, and he is called one grown old in vain. 261. One in whom there is truthfulness, virtue, inoffensiveness, restraint and self-mastery, who is free from defilements and is wise, he is truly called an elder.
262. Not by mere eloquence nor by beauty of form does a man become accomplished, if he is jealous, selfish and deceitful. 263. But he in whom these are wholly destroyed, uprooted and extinct, and who has cast out hatred, that wise man is truly accomplished.
264. Not by shaven head does a man who is indisciplined and untruthful become a monk. How can he who is full of desire and greed be a monk? 265. He who wholly subdues evil both small and great is called a monk, because he has overcome all evil.
266. He is not a monk just because he lives on others' alms. Not by adopting outward form does one become a true monk. 267. Whoever here lives a holy life, transcending both merit and demerit, and walks with understanding in this world, he is truly called a monk.
268. Not by observing silence does one become a sage, if he be foolish and ignorant. But that man is wise who, as if holding a balance scale, accepts only the good. 269. The sage rejecting the evil, is truly a sage. Since he comprehends both worlds, he is called a sage. 270. He is not noble who injures living beings. He is called noble because he is harmless towards all living beings.
271 to 272. Not by rules and observances, not even by much learning, nor by gain of absorption, nor by a life of seclusion, nor by thinking, I enjoy the bliss of renunciation, which is not experienced by the worldling, should you, O monks, rest content, until the utter destruction of cankers is reached.